be integrated into the jam scene, but the jam scene where we just make stuff up, like me, Steve Perkins from Jane's Addiction. Like Steve Perkins has a band called Banyan. Well, they asked me to come play with him, and I didn't know if it was right or wrong, but I came in, I didn't learn one song, I just made everything up. So we do that.
That's really funny.
Like, flying by the seat of my pants is fun.
What if there's somebody out there that is a fan of the Fishbone and they want to be part of, this recording, this mashup? Like, is there anything they can do to, reach out to you or anything?
At some point, I'm probably going to do a GoFundMe thing and be like, you want to be down, pay
to be down.
Be down, yeah. You could be a producer. You could come and we'll give you a background vocal part.
Right. What other stuff are you involved in? Are you still doing the... I recall you telling me once that you were going to do, a community type of music thing.
Oh, well, you know what? That is still going strong. There's, bureaucracy gets in the way of these things sometimes. Like we had some, we had some really good meetings with the city and then they said they really liked what we were doing, and they pointed at some buildings, said, like, we think you'd be great in here, and then they gave them to other people. So we're like, okay, you know what?
Yeah,
we're gonna just do this, and we're just doing this. Like we're gonna start smaller, and we're not even gonna wait to buy a building to get started. Like we've had some conversations recently where there's a gang of musicians. Anybody I talk to is like, I want to be a part of this. I like this. So, David Moss, he's actually the president of the Harold Robinson Foundation, and this is actually the impetus of the whole journey. Is David Moss. He takes kids from Markham Middle School in Watts, and he takes them to the to the summer camp property in the base of the Castaic Mountain Range, and gives them an extraordinary experience. Right?
Yeah.
So they do a 6-week summer camp in the summer for these kids, and 2 weeks at the summer camp property.
Yeah.
For the kids from Watts, and a 6-week program that's on the campus of Markham Middle School. So the plan is now, leading up to summer, once a month, we're going to have a different conglomeration of artists come up and engage with the kids in the name of the Watts Conservatory. Yeah. Watts Conservatory of Music. So it looks like we'll be starting in March, and we'll do March, April, May, June, and then at least once a week, if not twice a week.
Yeah.
We'll do it through the summer. And we have yet to begin to talk to the school, but possibly begin using the classrooms at the school to conduct actual music courses for the kids that want to participate. So
I think that's really, really nice. I think that's really cool that you're actually doing that for especially like communities that Watts or, other communities like, if you go to Linwood, Paramount, where they don't really have programs, and I think it's great that people get involved with kids like that. That's really nice.
Yeah. Flea did it in Silver Lake, and Flea is a part of this, and that's why, it was he and David connected through me. And one day Flea called me, and he was, after they finished talking, he's like, let's open up a school in Watts. I'm like, you don't have to ask me twice, bro. I know what, you just do that.
Yeah.
You don't question it.
Is Fishbone touring?
We have touring coming up in March. Be really special.
And where are you guys touring?
Being mostly the East Coast, but a little Midwest, a little Chicago, St. Louis.
Do you have dates? Because I have a lot of listeners on the East Coast.
Our dates are going up on sale. They really started pushing them on sale yesterday.
Wow.
So today got a little extra push. Well, whatever wasn't on sale yesterday is on sale today.
Yeah.
And by the time you wake up tomorrow, it's on.
So where can they find tickets? And the tour dates and the locations?
Definitely. Fishbone.net is absolutely like a great place to start. Or Fishbone Soldier on Facebook.
Yes.
Be able to point you in the right direction. There's also Fishbone Soldier on Twitter and Instagram. I'm sure. I haven't looked there in a while, but I'm sure you can find it there in those places.
So Fishbone Soldier, is that like somebody in the band, or is that just another handle for the group?
No, Fishbone Soldier, like, you know, that's would be our soldiers are our fans.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so soldiers, you called your fans the soldiers.
Yeah. Well, there was a T-shirt that we may bring back. It was in the 90s. We had a T-shirt that said March of the Fishbone Soldier. Fishbone Soldiers.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess all of us, like the band can be Fishbone Soldiers too. Like, you know, you might look at us like generals or whatever, but, you know, like Angelo will call himself Fishbone Soldier #1.
Yeah.
Right? So, but really we look at our
Your fan base.
We look at we actually started off looking at our fan base like family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's our extended family, because I looked out and I was like, man, I really appreciate the fact that we get love like we do. Mm-hmm. You know, like, and so I coined the term familyhood. You know, this is our familyhood. They are the familyhood. You know?
I like that, because for me, I went through a period where I didn't know what I was going to call, you know, my army, you know, my squad, you know, and finally I just decided, it's like, okay, squad. So I just called them squad.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's so true. It's like you look at them and, you know, when you see them, because you interact with them so much that they become, you know, your friends. They become part of you. You don't, you know, you start to develop a relationship with them.
Yeah, exactly. And Fishbone is a band where we never really fully isolated ourselves.
Yeah.
We've had managers and handlers that tried to isolate us, but it's just totally like not us. Like we are of the people and by the people 100%. Like, so, you know, we break those rules. But of like, oh, you can't be seen before the show. No, man, I'm walking to the bar, bro. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
funny. I like
you know,
that.
I'm hanging out. I'm like, you know, I'm, you know, my humanity is on display.
Yeah.
You know, so
is there other stuff that you want to talk about to promote that you're doing?
Well, actually, we're doing the One Love Festival in Long Beach on February 10th.
Okay.
That's coming up really fast.
That's right around the corner.
Yeah, and there's a really
next week, right?
Yeah. There's really something really special is going to happen. Is we're going to do an after party at Alex's bar in Long Beach. It'll be Fishbone and the Agrolites.
Wow,
it's going to be a rager.
Damn, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be crazy. So you know, those are the live Fishbone shows, and you know, Trulio Disgracious is actually Familyhood and Experience the very next day at Mountain High.
Ooh.
You know, there's slope style snowboard contest, which I probably am going to participate in.
Are you really? Do you snowboard?
I snowboard.
Oh, wow.
And I haven't been all season. All that rain and snow came through.
Yes.
And I didn't make it to the mountain yet.
Damn.
You know,
you have to.
Yeah.
I don't know how to snowboard, but my kids really want it. They're like, Mom. And I was like,
right.
It's like, I don't like the cold, but I'm like, okay, who can I find that can go with them? You know, like come with us, and then, you know, they could teach them, because I'm not, you know, I don't know. It's like I'm just such a chicken at my age. It's like I just think of, you know, since I didn't do it earlier, at my age, being like 40, I don't even know if I'm 44 or 45, whatever age.
Right.
But at this age, I'm like, I don't really want to take up snowboarding because I feel like, okay, what if I injure myself? And I'm the kind of person that I don't like to be injured because then...
Well, most people don't.
But you know what I mean? Like when you get to be in like later in life, when you get to be in your 40s, 50s, having an injury is not a pretty thing because it takes longer to heal. So
Heard about it.
So you know what I mean? So like taking up a new sport at that age is kind of like, especially like something like snowboarding or skiing.
Well, you know, there's... Yeah. It's, you know what? The thing is, snow is kind of forgiving.
Yeah.
And you just got to know how to fall. You got to learn how to fall first.
Yeah.
Right? So the thing is, what you do is you don't put your hands out to stop it.
Oh, okay.
You tuck your arms in and just fall.
Okay.
Right? And once you get that part down, like you're not really going to have a hard time.
Then you're good. Then I'm golden.
Yeah, and like, it's like, I look at it like this. Like, I lost my mind snowboarding and, like, really got daring at one point.
Wow.
But then I reeled it in. I'm like, wait a minute, I can't afford to break nothing. Like, I'm fortunate I never broke anything doing it, right? And, like, I'm like, wait, I'm not doing this like I'm driving a Ferrari. I'm doing it like I got a Cadillac, a 1972 Cadillac.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm cruising.
Yeah.
And if you cruise, you can't lose.
Right. I like that. If you cruise, you can't lose. You know, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions that I just started a segment called Ask Me Anything, where, you know, listeners will they'll record their question on Facebook and I'll play it and they'll ask me. So today I did 2 questions because I didn't do, you know, the Ask Me Anything for the other show. So I'm going to ask you the 2 questions that they asked me, see what answers you can give.
Okay.
One of the questions was Eric from Texas asked me, which lover gave me the most orgasms? So I'm going to ask you that.
Oh. Huh. Oh, wow. Okay. I never thought about that.
Me either.
I think it's my current girlfriend.
You better say that. You know, that's one of those things.
I've been with her longer than any of the other ones.
You know what? It's one of those things where it's like, if you have a current relationship, you better say that person or your ass is grassed.
Yeah. No.
So the other question is from Richard in Ohio. He wanted to know, what is your sex theme song?
Okay. That's a good one. That's the sex theme song.
See, for me, they change depending on the type of mood I'm in. I go through phases.
Well, there's a song by a band called the Buzzcocks.
Wow, even the name.
And some of you might, if you heard it, you might know but it's called Orgasmatic.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to listen to it. I haven't never heard it.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You know what I said for my answer on that one? I said, sex with me is so amazing.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. And you know what? The proof of it is that every time I have whoever it is, doesn't matter who it is, if it's like an ex, just a lover, or a sidekick, whoever it is, they always come back. So that's why I could say that song for me.
There's a few that I never went back to. So, yeah.
You know, I've never had that problem. Like, for me, it's like I've never had the problem where no guy that I've been with has been like, okay, bye-bye, like, good riddance. Like, Every single.
I can imagine.
It's like every guy, they always they call back, they try to come back, and that's why
my wheels are spinning, honey.
That's why when Richard asked that question, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be cocky today, and I'm going to say that this song.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that I'm missing?